everybody, it's Zipmouth Motivation. I'm here again live from my little space. So I'm excited because tonight is poetry night. Excuse my voice, it's a little bit shaky because I'm a little bit under the weather, like allergies or something. I don't know. But so excuse the voice if it doesn't sound like me, it's really me. So this is take 2 or take 3 because every time I start to do this podcast, somebody calls me. And I forgot to turn my ringer on silent. So now that it's on silent, we're not worried about that anymore. So poetry night, I had something else I was gonna read, but I found all of my old poetry books, so I'm super excited. I don't know if you're a person like me. I'll be packing stuff away and tucking stuff away. I don't know why I do that, but I do. So I be packing stuff away and tucking it away in different places or whatever. But I found this book. I was going to read something else, but I just happened to just be reading through this one. And then one of the poems kind of like trapped me. That's what it did. It really trapped me, but it caught my eye. And so I felt like I should read this one tonight. So after I get done reading it, then I'm going to go back in and explain how it goes with mindset. And so I know, like, me being a mindset coach, people are like, well, what qualifies you to be a mindset? The poems that I read or the things that I talk about are things that I've been through personally. And so in order for me to feel the peace and gain the knowledge that I have gained, somebody had to help me. So I wanted to give back. So this book is really old because the pages is all crinkled up. So this book got to be at least like 7, 8, 9 years old. And so at this moment that I wrote this, I had to be feeling this. Like I had to be feeling this. Because first of all, it's kind of sloppy, but it's just like I wrote it like, this is it. This is what I'm feeling. I got to write this out. So I'm going to get right to it though, but I hope everybody's been doing well. I'm here. Let's do it. Let's talk about it. And it's called Trapped. It says, I'm trapped. Trapped in my mind. Trapped in my heart. I want to break free, but they got me. They got me locked down, subjected to obscene situations. I'm trapped. I'm trapped. In my thoughts, I want to escape. I want to move forward, but I'm trapped. I'm sick of the fight. I'm sick of the flight. I'm sick. I'm sick. I'm trapped. I'm trapped in my heart. Bitterness, stress, struggle. I'm trapped. I want to break free. I'm trapped. I thought I saw the light, but it was my eyes adjusting to the darkness. I'm trapped. I'm trapped. I don't know who I am. How do I get out of this place? I'm trapped. This thing, like, and I know that was fast, but this thing really, really like touched me, especially like when it said, I thought I saw the light, but it was my eyes adjusting to the darkness. I don't know why, but in the last couple of weeks, I've met so many people that seem like they stuck in this like dark place. Like they stuck in this place that they want to get out, but then it's like they want to stay there. And for me, it's like a strange behavior because it's like, I remember feeling trapped and I remember feeling like that darkness and I remember feeling that frustration and I remember feeling that pain and bitterness and hatred and I remember feeling all of that, but I remember wanting to escape. I didn't want to stay in that place. So now, like, I'm like, okay, what is it that makes people want to stay in this dark place? Is it the fear of things will never get better? Or is it the fear of unknown? So when it says like, I thought I saw the light, but it was my eyes adjusting to darkness. It made me think about everybody that I encountered. I find that people want to stay in like turmoil and they want to stay in drama. And because this is what they're comfortable with. I was talking to my sister, I think it was yesterday, I don't remember. Sometimes my days run together, but I was talking to my sister and we were talking about like when we were younger, things that we said that we would do, and that we promised like each other, like we made these little pacts, like this is gonna be us and this is how things are gonna be, stuff like that. And so when we were younger, she reminded me of this. We promised each other that we would not fight each other, because we grew up in an atmosphere, and not like drama, but we grew up and we watched like my mom and her siblings not be really close. Like her siblings live in different one place, and my mom lives in a place by herself, and then all over the place, like we watched them not be really close. Okay, so we decided like, okay, we are going to be close. This is what we're going to do. And so obviously, because we always kept that little pact, we made that little pact, and we kept that mindset, like we're going to be close. We are sisters. We are not going to fight. We're going to get along. So I was like, man, and when she started telling me about that, I was like, I forgot all about that. But then it brought me to the thought, like, okay, well, wait a minute. We don't argue, we don't fight. And I know people say like this is normal. It's normal for you to fall out with people, and it's normal for you to have disagreements. But just because you have a disagreement doesn't mean you have to fall out. It doesn't mean that. And I don't know where we get this perspective where we want to stay in this world where it's drama or turmoil or it's fighting, or because we think that it's normal. But why wouldn't peace be normal? Why wouldn't gentleness be normal? Like why wouldn't happiness? And I'm not saying you're gonna be happy all the time, because sometimes you might get sad, you might get frustrated, you might be hurt by someone saying something to you. That might happen. But it doesn't have to affect you for the long haul. You don't have to be a part of drama. You don't have to seek out drama. And this brings me to the thought where, like I know some people that look for reasons to be mad. I tell people all the time, you cannot control what somebody else feels or thinks about you. You cannot control that. What you can control is how you react to what they think or feel. You can only control you. So if you cannot control what someone thinks or feels about you, let them feel whatever they want. If you know it's not true, why is it affecting you? I have not found one person to give me the answer to that. If you know something is not true, why does it affect you? I have been told a few times that I have a nonchalant attitude. I don't have a nonchalant attitude. I really care about people. I really care about situations, but I don't allow negativity to affect me. And if it affects me for the moment, I quickly get my thoughts in subjected. Like, hey, wait a minute. You know what? I can only handle what I can control. And I'm not saying that I did this all the time. I'm saying I had to get to a point in my life where I figured, like in my mind, like, you know what? If that's how you want to handle things, that's fine. That's completely fine. If you want to do things that way, that's fine. If you feel that way, that's fine. But this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to say. This is how I'm going to react to it. I said in a podcast a little bit ago, I said, this man just totally disrespected me. Like disrespected me to the utmost. Loud, rude, just disrespected me because I didn't agree with what he felt. I did not agree with what he felt. And not that I was disrespectful in telling him I did not agree with him. Not that I was disrespectful in telling him that I didn't agree with him. He just did not like the fact that I did not agree with him. People do not have to agree with you. They don't. Once you learn that a person does not have to agree with you and you guys agree to disagree, fine. They can do whatever they're going to do, and you can do whatever you're going to do. And it's perfectly fine. I think that, and this is just my personal thought, I think that people get upset when their ideas are challenged. But if it's your idea, you have to move it the way you want to move it. No one has to agree with your idea. No one has to think that your outfit is cute. And no one has to think that you're smart. And people don't have to think those things. And I know people are going to say, oh, you just being crazy. No. At what point do we stop living in darkness and thinking it's the light? At the point that you decide that I can only focus on what I have going on, and I can't worry about anything else except for fixing me. Because when you start trying to fix other people, then it's frustration, then it's anger, then it's bitterness. But like I said, that part right there really got me. But then I was reading some more and I was like, man, whatever I was feeling at this moment, I said in this poem, I'm trapped, I'm trapped, I'm trapped. That made me feel like, man, I want to get out. Why was I trapped? And I'm gonna tell y'all, I would say from age 19 to probably like 30, I felt like those were the darkest years of my life. Those were the years where I didn't know, just like I said in here, I said, I don't know who I am. I did not know who I was because I was so busy trying to be everything that everybody else wanted me to be. And this is where the trap mentality comes from. Because when you try to be who everybody wants you to be instead of being yourself, then you start doing stuff like using drugs or drinking too much or, like just going overboard on different things. I recently, and I'm not afraid to tell my business or whatever, but I recently stopped smoking. A lot of people did not know I'm smoking. Not the whole world knows, but I used to smoke. And I started smoking like 5 years ago. Not even like grew up smoking. Or not, just 5 years ago, just started smoking, maybe a little bit longer. Just started smoking out of nowhere. It seemed like 5 years, but I think it was a little longer than that. But started smoking out of nowhere. And a lot of people did not know because a lot of people would never see me smoke. All of a sudden, I was just like, you know what? I'm going to quit. I remember people used to, especially people that I worked with at a particular job, they used to like hide my cigarettes or they would put all these little posters on my computer about cigarettes. And I would get so frustrated with them because I wanted to smoke. I wanted to stay in that place. I wanted to continue to kill my lungs. And I didn't want nobody trying to stop me. I did not want anybody trying to stop me. I wanted to keep doing it. So then when I decided like I was going to stop, it started like all those things kept coming back, how people were trying to like pull me out of that. I remember my grandfather telling me one day we were at a family function and I was trying to hide and smoke. I'm very respectful when it comes to your elder people. You know what I'm saying? So you don't be drinking in front of them. You don't be smoking. You don't be doing it. So I'm trying to hide and I'm trying to smoke. And my grandpa came and he caught me and he was like, you just don't look good with that. And I was so frustrated. I was like, now who told him to come over here and mess with me? I wanted to stay in that dark place. I wanted to stay trapped. I wanted to be there. So of course, when I'm thinking about these people, I'm like, man, why? Not that I want them to come out, but not that I'm trying to pull them out, but I'm saying, why? Why? Why do we choose to stay trapped? And why do we choose to stay in a dark place? Like, why? Like, and it's all mental. When you break it all down, I decided I was going to stop smoking. I kept saying it to myself over and over again. Every day, I'm like, I'm not going to smoke anymore. I'm quitting smoking. I'm not. I used to tell people all the time, they used to be like, oh, you're going to smoke again. I'm not going to smoke anymore. I'm quitting. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm stopping. I'm not going to smoke anymore. Nope, I'm not smoking. I would stop for a little bit. I would start back up. I would stop for a little bit. I would start back up until it clicked in my mind that this is mental. This is mental. This has nothing to do really with what I want to do, because I don't want to do it. I don't like the taste and I don't like the smell. And I don't want people to smell it on me. And I got to wash my hands and have sanitizer and put on lotion for Bath and Beyond or Bath and Body Works, whichever one. I got to do all of this. You know what I'm saying? Because I have to hide this, that I'm smoking. But at the same time, it's like, wait a minute. Do you really need that? Do you really need, like, is this something that you have to do? And then I start telling myself, like, okay, so you gonna smoke, but a lot of people don't know you smoke. And then you gonna hide when you do it. Like, what's all that for? Because you really don't want to do it, because you know it's not right for you. But at the same time, it's like, I want to do this. You know why? Because I'm in a dark place. And I want to be in this dark place, and I want to smoke because this is how I release my stress. No. We have to figure out different ways. Control. I posted a little bit ago that this season of my life is called discipline. If we're going to control our thoughts, if we're going to change our mindset, in order to do that, we have to have discipline. True discipline. Discipline is not easy. The only way to get untrapped is to have discipline. Is to call a spade and know you have to move forward. One of the quotes I said in here, it was like, I want to move forward. But I'm trapped. It was almost like I was crying for help. I wanted somebody to save me. I wanted somebody to save me. But there's no one there to save you. I read a quote the other day and said, no one's going to save you. Have discipline. No one's going to save you. Have discipline. When I'm coaching, I'm not saving people. They're actually saving themselves. I'm just asking them the questions, the right questions, for them to dig deep down in their mind and find out why they do this thing and how can they move forward. What made them start doing this? How did they start doing this? Moving forward. I want to move forward. I remember when I changed my mind. I said, I have to stop this. I have to stop. I need to stop. I want to stop. So now, my need and my want have become the same thing. They're the same thing. I need to and I want to. And I want to move forward because now I want to do something else. I want to go to the gym and I don't want to be breathing hard. And it's the truth. I want to go to the gym and I was like, I'm tired of breathing hard every time I start going to the gym. I'm tired of leaving the gym and then lighting up as soon as I get in the car. That's ridiculous. And I'm going, Demasha, what's wrong with your brain? Because your mind tells you, oh, you want a cigarette? Go ahead, get one. Oh, you want a drink? Go ahead, get one. Oh, you want to be drama? Go ahead. It's okay. Call that person and tell somebody else's business to them. It's okay. Your mind, it starts with your thoughts. It's very important for us to get control of our thoughts. It's very important for us to have discipline. You control your mind. Your mind does not control you. You control your mind. You control what you're thinking. You can shut it off. Nope, I'm not going to do that. I know how you feel, brain, but not today. Why? I asked myself, why did I start smoking? I remember I was going through a dark time again in my life. I said, I need something that relieves my stress. Okay, I could have a drink, but that wasn't relief enough. Boom. Somebody said, oh, you smoke a cigarette to relax your nerves. Oh, okay, well, let me try one. Now all of a sudden I'm buying packs. From the one, I'm buying packs. Every time I get stressed out, I'm lighting up. Every time somebody say something crazy to me, every time I get stressed out about life, I went from that to now, every time I have to drive somewhere, I gotta smoke. Every time I drive somewhere, I gotta smoke. For what? And I'm chain smoking. 3, 4, 5. It don't matter. Lungs and body feeling yucky. Everything not adding up correctly. I'm telling you, control your mind. You have to control your mind. When I read this, I was like, man, I wonder how many people in the world right now feel trapped. Like they feel trapped with bitterness, with frustration, with stress, with struggle, with everything that can like bog you down in your life. How many people feel trapped right now? And what are you doing to move forward? Because I'm not going to say you want to stay in that place. I'm going to say that you want to move forward, but maybe you don't know how. Maybe you don't understand how you even got to that place. At first, I didn't understand. I was like, I don't even know why I started smoking. What was the reason? I had to start writing myself questions, like what happened. And I'm answering the questions. I'm like writing in my other book, and I'm writing questions like this. I'm coaching myself because naturally, nobody's going to save you. You have to save yourself. You have to save yourself. Nobody can want something more than you want it and you change and the change sticks. It's impossible. You have to want it for yourself first. You have to want the change in order for it to stick. I appreciate you all listening to me. I try not to be long, but this is Zipmouth Motivation. Please follow me on Facebook, Instagram, all of the above. Follow. I'm back at doing my videos. I'm just trying to collect them all up so I can just post them. Because I do my own content, work a full-time job, and I'm a mama, single mama. So, like a one mama, like that's it. It's only one of me. So, listen, you have to want to change for yourself. You don't got to be bitter. You don't have to be drama. You don't have to be those things. If you need that support, definitely reach out to me. We can set up something that is budget friendly for you, and you can start to move forward. You can start to do better. You can just start to get your life back, to gain that strength. But you have to want it. You have to want something. You have to decide, I want to invest in me. I want to move forward. I need support, but it's all you. All of you. As usual, I love y'all. Good night. Good night.